What's going on, everyone? So today we are playing Volcanics, by which I'm of course referring to Volcanics as intended by Kazuki Takahashi. None of that quick draw nonsense, though I did try a quick draw version earlier. Threw it out, it was garbage, didn't like it. We needed to go the full way in, and we need to be playing pure Volcanics. That's right, we're playing Wildfire, we're playing Triblaze, we're playing The Boy, Volcanic Doomfire, one of the worst boss monsters ever designed. In fact, actually having played it and read it, I'm beginning to think this is worse than Desert Twister. No cap. 0% cap. It's just so garbage. It's terrible. But we have to play it. We're in for the memes. We're committed. This is the build. We kind of just went full on in on all the volcanic stuff. We're playing the scatter shots, playing the Doomfires. We're playing all the other support that I mentioned before, playing Royal Firestorm Guards. In hindsight, I'd have played 2 of this. I think 3 was way too much. Seeing this card dead way too much in these matches. Definitely not a 3 of. If only this thing said Shuffle Back 3. I don't get why it says Shuffle Back 4. I understand it's not a volcanic card, but it's like a Pyro that was released in the same set, and all the volcanics put like 3 Pyros in grave for free. Why does this thing not just say 3? I mean, come on. Would it really be even that broken? And, like Rocket is like 1 line of text away from being the most insane shit ever, too, if it had just let you search volcanic cards as well. But we are stuck with the hand we've been dealt, which is sort of suboptimal cards. We play a ton of back row, triple Phoenix Wing to capitalize on all the nonsense hand advantage that you can just generate for free. Pretty good. Lots of back row, double Starlight Road to protect your Blaze accelerators and let you also set back row. Raikos for the milling to get your volcanics engraved, and side and extra pretty self-explanatory. So I think we should just jump in and look at the matches here. First match up against RZL. RZL was playing Lightsworn, if I remember. Yep. So game 1, there's a lot of awkward hands in this deck, where it's like you just wish you could go second, But one thing I really hate about Edison is pre-draw rule changes, you just have to go first because you get the extra card and you get like the going first momentum, and it's something I really don't like about retro formats. I think that's just a poor game design decision that was made in the early days of the game, letting you draw for turn on turn number 1 when you go first. I really don't like that. It makes no sense because, like, going first is already an inherent advantage, and just getting the extra card on top of it makes it absurdly better than going second. And, going second is still a lot worse in Modern, but it's like, at least the mechanics of the game aren't actively encouraging that, It's just such a have your cake and eat it too type of thing. And I think in Edison in particular, going first feels just way more powerful than in other retro formats, like in Tengu Plant. The format's relatively faster, and there's hand traps, so it doesn't feel as good. And in Goat, it's like the opposite, where, the game is slower, and you have, like, the crazy power cards, so you can always come back if you just draw deep enough to them if the game goes long. But in Edison, going first just feels ridiculous. Anyway, I've kind of like ranted about that for the entirety of game 1, so I hope you guys were paying attention, because I certainly wasn't. Okay, so game 2 opponent opens reasonably well with a recharge into milling a bunch of names, summoning a Lila. If you got Honest backing it up, I'm not even messing with this Honest. I'm just gonna pop it with the Blaze Accelerator. Oh yeah, I got into that because this deck has a lot of hands where you just want to go second, but you can't go second, of course. So here we're going to end phase pitch 2 of these Firestorm Guards, because it's just like, yeah, get out of my hand. I drew all 3. That was a painful moment. Here we're able to shuffle everything back. Fortunately, my opponent doesn't have a DD Crow. We have Road plus double Crow, so I'm feeling pretty good about this situation that we are in. Opponent's going to search a Jane, Lightsworn Paladin, and beat over the Rocket. We have no stops for that. Here we summon another Rocket. This gets Judgmented, which I thought was crazy that he Judgmented this. I mean, yeah, he did not need to do that. it was just a massive relief of like, oh shit, he had a solemn this whole time and now it's gone. In fact, why did he even set that with the Gores in hand? Alright, I'm not trying to flame too hard. I make dumb plays all the time, so let's just not comment on it anymore. So they mill a wolf, we DD Crow it. We have another DD Crow still, and we have Mind Crush off the top, which isn't bad. It could potentially save us from like a JD or something. Here, I'm just like, I see their grave. They have no Gardna and Trags in grave, so I know I can pretty much just go for a game if I Mind Crush Gores. So we summon our Volcanic Doomfire, and then we Mind Crush Gores. It's kind of weird. Doomfire's like the only like piece of damage threat in this stupid deck. But you have to commit 2 cards to even summon it. It's just like a 3k vanilla. God, it's so trash. But you know what? I inflict pain onto myself for your enjoyment, so hope it's worth it. Anyway, I decided to Crow the Garoth because we do not want that shit happening in end phase. I mean, Lightsworn can just randomly win the game if they get some lucky RNG there. Here, yeah, we can out both of these with Blaze, which is really nice. Really nice. The sort of core, like Rocket, Blaze Accelerator, and then the Shell Engine is just so strong. Volcanics just need like a little bit more to be a like cohesive strategy. Anyway, they have the Gores again, actually. Here I can out both with Brain, so I do that. It's a good thing I didn't get more aggressive because I would have run right into Gores. This game I remember being super weird. This game number 3, it like gets dragged out really far. There's this Sidra in my hand, and I just like refuse to summon it. I mean, like I could have tributed it there and started beating, but I was just like, nah. And I don't know why, because it's like, what am I waiting for? I'm just waiting for him to draw JD. You know, I know there's one in deck somewhere. Hopefully it's on the bottom, which I think it ends up being near the bottom or something. Anyway, they Dust Shoot. I have to Judgment that, I think. Maybe I didn't. I mean, maybe we could have just waited. But I just, like, got mad about Dust Shoot and Judgmented it. Probably should have just prioritized the Judgment over getting Dust Shooted there, because, like, what do they even have going on right now? Anyway, we Bottomless Delilah. They have Cold Wave now, which is super scary. I rip the Rocket off the top, and here's another situation where I should have just summoned Cyber Dragon. Like, why didn't I just summon Cyber Dragon here? I mean, we need to, like, threaten some damage before JD happens. So we bring down the Doomfire. And it's just, yeah, if I'm going for this, I might as well just summon the Sidra as well. Anyway, we hit in for a lot. They don't Gores me there? Couldn't they have Gores me there? I guess it doesn't really get over anything. But they had the token with the Honest. Could have, like, Honested over this and then Gores over the other one? Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong? I don't know. So here we hit in, and then they Gores. And then we hit over the Gores. Which we probably should have hit over the defense mode token because they have the Honest. Right? Yeah, we definitely should have done that. Anyway, they just miraculously never found this JD in the next, like, 4 cards. So they Cold Wave, and I'm like, oh shit, they have JD, don't they? But I have to chain this because it's, like, the only play. So I pitched that Cyber Dragon that I never summoned. And out the token, and they actually just have nothing. So they randomly sort of lose the game here. I really didn't expect that. I expected to get JD'd, so kind of got lucky there, for sure. Anyway, next match. I think we're up against a Flamvell deck, which is interesting. I've been seeing a lot of those lately, if I remember correctly. So we're actually going first this time. I can't believe it. We won RPS. Insane. So they set a monster, then I Dust Shoot. I'm always greedy with my Dust Shoot. I want people to, like, blind space it and try to do something. And even if they don't do that, like, I want to put the fear of people, or the fear into people that if they just blind space me on turn 1 to make some kind of greedy play, that they might just randomly lose because it was Trap Dust Shoot. So, anyway, we're going to get Trap Dust Shooted as well. They shuffle back the Shell, which was probably the correct choice. We're still just sitting here doing nothing. I think this is a Raikou. It turns out being a Snowman Eater. So I hold the Trag. Here, I set everything. I mean, this really telegraphs that this is a Wildfire, though You know, not a lot of people know that this card exists or what it does, so maybe it doesn't really matter. We do end up using it. We pop the opponent's field, get a token, so pretty good. They could have Judgmented there. Maybe they should have Judgmented there. I don't know. Anyway, they're going to go for Summon Monk. I decided to be greedy and hold the Torrential here. Because I'm like, we can just Trag steal this, right? And they go for Armory Arm. I drop the Trag. They probably shouldn't have, like, attacked with Stardust and just stopped me from dropping Trag, because now I can actually steal their Stardust, and it's kind of rough for them. Unfortunately for me... Okay, maybe I should have set this Raikou. I guess I was worried about them being able to, like, threaten game, though. And yeah, it's a good thing I did. I would have died here, actually, if they could have stolen Stardust and hit into Trag for game if I'd set the Raikou. So maybe there's just nothing I could do. Anyway, they make Goyo. And I'm like, oh, I'll just Torrential, but then they have Judgment, which is, I think, the only out in this situation. So, unfortunately, we are now down bad, and we draw a second Raikou, so... I don't know, the Firestorm Guards was bricking the heck out of our hand there. I think otherwise we would have probably won. Anyway, I'm pretty sure there's... I play around Mind Control, always with Raikou, and times like this are where it makes me look really smart, because if I would have just lost the game if I'd set a back row behind that Raikou. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I mean, especially since we know they're main decking Mind Control, but also it's game 2, and I think they might have seen Raikou from... Actually, I don't think they saw Raikou from game 1, but if you see Volcanics, you should generally assume they're playing Raikou. So I get greedy here. I decide not to fire the Scatter Shot. They heavy, and I Wing Blast, so pretty nice play holding Wing Blast there. I feel like Dad shouldn't be in here. It's been dead in both their hands. Maybe there's like some zombie stuff that didn't come up or something. I don't know. So we're just going to set everything. Mind Control's gone, so we don't have to care about this. Opponent goes charge for Raikou. Raikou pop their Raikou. I think Shell does do damage when milled off. Oh, no, wait. Shell should have missed timing there. Or Scatter Shot should have missed timing there, right? I think I didn't catch that. Because it mills and destroys simultaneously. I would think it would miss timing there, actually. So they kind of have to make this awkward rekindling play. I let them crash the Magician, and then I Phoenix Wing the Catastor, and they just scoop it up. So we're going to game number 3. Game number 3, I open up an abysmal, bricky Nightmare hand, and then I get Dust Shooted after I draw a monster for turn. Just kind of a worst case scenario there. Wish I had drawn a Spell Trap. Anyway, I'm not sure why they didn't just flip Raikou here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I just assumed that this, like, wasn't Raikou or something. Turns out I didn't shuffle. But anyway, we have Wildfire Blaze Accelerator. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get met with a Dust Tornado, which should stop this. I think. I don't think it destroys a Blaze Accelerator for cost. I think the 500 is the only cost. I assume that's how it works. So they stopped me from popping their field. Now they have Raikou. It's like, why didn't they do that before? Yeah, I don't know. So we just go Firestorm Guards attack. Maybe should have hit the... Actually, I don't know if it makes a difference which one I hit there. So I bottomless this. They Judgment. I have to Phoenix Wing it now. Which is okay. I mean, we're down a bajillion cards, but it is what it is. Hitting over this is kind of rough because they can just side draw me now. And, yeah, we're in trouble. We're on 1 card, and we draw a second Scatter Shot. Yeah, that's kind of the problem here. It does out the Doom Cow at least, which is not bad. Here's Dad being dead for like the 3rd time. Maybe I shouldn't have paid the 5 here, because it definitely increases my chance of dying to something. Now, I think I would have died no matter what here, actually, so didn't really matter, but probably a mistake. So, unfortunately, we're going to drop the match against Flamvells. overall, pretty memey deck. I mean, we resolved Doomfire like multiple times though, so I'm kind of proud of that. Kind of proud that Doomfire managed to win some games. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive showing for the just terrible card. I mean, in this match, he participated by being a level 8 for Trag, which is neat. So, he was there. He was helping. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the games. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.